Hi, hello, welcome back. If you are seeing this, is my I think this is my third video on my channel, and if you're seeing this, thank you. Today's day, today it is wait, I have to check the date. I'm recording this on my phone, by the way. Okay, so the day I'm gonna reaccount is wait, it's okay, yeah. So it's the day I'm gonna reaccount today is 29th January, January. You guys get it. JAN 2025. Today's day was really good. Today, first of all, I woke up and I did not know what outfit to wear. So I was like, you know what, I'll go with business casual because I recommended one of my friends to wear business casuals. And I know she'll look amazing in it. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll give her a taste of what, she should try out. So I wore this pink button up top that I had before COVID started. So it's like a really old shirt and it was to fit very tightly on me, but surprisingly it was loose on me. So I've lost weight. I was 95, I am 80 now. I've lost like 15 kgs, not in a healthy way. So I'm not gonna say how did I lose the weight because I do not want to be responsible for anything. So I have lost weight and I am so happy I fit into that shirt. Okay, I did my beautiful eyeliner. I did my beautiful makeup. I wore my beautiful rings, which was given to me by my friend. The bracelets I wear and everything. I was so happy. Like my outfit was eating, right? And then I went to class. The class was amazing. The classes were amazing. In Jean Ma'am's class, we discussed about a poem. I don't remember the name because I'm really bad at remembering names. Fun fact, it took me like a whole semester to remember people's name. Every friend's name that I remember right now, it took me like a whole sem to remember them. So yeah, so you can't expect me to remember name of a poem, okay? So but it was like a poem about like people's impure intentions. It was written by a Nigerian poet, I think he passed away in 2019, I think so. But yeah, it was amazing. We talked about how it was going, how like as children we are very expressive, but as soon as we turn adults we have to like put on a show, we have to put on a mask, we have to like make ourselves be polite to people even if we don't want to be polite because we need to make a good impression and all that kind of stuff, right? So that was amazing. um Sorry, my throat is being weird again, but yeah. And then, so the thing was, we were supposed to have 3 periods today. Usually it's 4 periods. So after break, there was one class, and after that, I had a free period because there's no class on that day. But after that, I had my MDC, right? So I was like, you know what? I'll go to my tea stall. I'll go to my chai tapri. I'll go have my chai sutta. Chai sutta is cigarette. It's just chai and cigarette. So I'll have chai sutta. I like, ooh, you know. So I was having chai sutta, and then I saw this beautiful, beautiful lady. Okay, and I was like, oh yeah, she's cool as hell. And then she sat right besides me, and she had a book in her hand. So I asked her about the book, and slowly we started talking. Right, we talked and we talked like we talked a lot, and turns out like she has this amazing life. She uh she's very artistic, she's very in touch with the artistic culture. We talked about society, we talked about nature, we talked about philosophy, we talked about the political situation that's happening in America right now. We talked about how we as people we tend not to stay in the moment and everything. And it was such an amazing conversation. Like I reached at the chai tapri at like 3:30 or something. 3:40 we started talking. We no 4:40, I'm so sorry. 4:40 we start no, yeah, 3:30 we started talking. Kept on talking till like 5:30. So like I don't know if, I think so, or maybe 4 o'clock, I don't remember when we started talking. But we talked for like a whole hour, more than an hour, and we talked. And then she told me about her life story. I'm not telling you her name because I didn't ask her if I should say her name in my video, but she told me about her life, how she used to live in like a whole different country, and now how she is a scuba diving instructor in, I don't want to say the country's name. I don't know if I should say it or not. But she does scuba diving. And then we talked about how through her, job, she can meet so many different people with so many different mindsets, so many different stories. And it's always genuinely, it's always so nice to hear about people's life experience, because it's kind of like, oh, this person who has had a different complete life, whole different way that they grew up, but somehow our ideologies match. There's just something about it that makes me smile. It's always very, how do I say this, it's always, it feels humanizing, you know whenever I hear about people's journey. It's so nice. It makes me feel all soft and warm. Ki, it makes me really proud of that person, because you have been through so much in your life, and even after that you have overcome those problems, and you are standing where you are right now. And that is a very beautiful gift, getting over the struggles that you're having. So anybody out there who's struggling mentally, just know that there are people who would love to hear your story, who would love to lend you a hand, lend you a shoulder, and listen to you. So please don't be afraid to ever reach out for help. And yeah, today's day was really good. It was, I don't know, it was very chill, but at the same time I learned so much today. And that is how it should be. Every single day you learn something new in life, and that is how life should be. There is not a certain age that you reach and you're like, okay, I can stop learning now, because every single day things keep changing. The world is ever changing. And as scary as it sounds, you have to realize that every single time the world changes, there is always something new that you can learn, something new that you can love. For me it's art, showing myself through art, showing myself through imaginative stories, through talking to people. Like for me, if you're my friend and if you've seen my art, you'll realize that I do a lot of abstract art. I mean, that's what my grandfather says, and that is how it is, right? We all, oh yeah, also with a lady, we talked about like mental health, how people who are neurodivergent often get labeled as gifted because their thinking is a little different from neurotypical people, and how it takes a toll on them. Also how, the toxic education system, I'm so sorry, my family is watching a movie outside, so I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but if it is, I am so sorry. But yeah, even when I thought of recording this video of like today's review, I was so excited, I felt so jittery. And yeah, I'm not wearing any makeup right now, and I look absolutely fucking ugly like an egg. That is because I'm so happy with the thing, and I feel like I don't need to wear makeup. I need to be as real as I can be at the moment. I talked with people, and then one of my friends, I saw him take photos of people, and I realized that there is always someone in your life who'll always take pictures of something to keep memories. Now imagine you know how life would be like after we like pass out from college, and then he looks back on these photos and they're like, oh yeah, I had these amazing friends. And that kind of got me thinking of like each and every person that you meet will remember you if you make the if you take the effort to just be kind. Just a few words of kindness are also okay. The most of the friends that I've made in college are through them, because someone I made it my life mission in someone. I go and compliment people that I find pretty. I find something about pretty about them, I compliment them, because you don't know what kind of a day that person has had. And even if just a few words of encouragement, a few words of how they present themselves can affect a lot of people. Like, I've complimented people's eyes, their smile, their earrings, their dresses, and it's always so nice to see that, genuine happy smile in on their faces. And it's so nice to think about it. I know that usually it's really hard for me to, you know talk, because for me it's kind of like, what kind of conversations should I have? Because from the way I present myself on my YouTube channel, it might seem like, oh, I'm a yapper, I talk a lot. But then unless and until there is a camera in front of me, I don't talk a lot. That it is that, or I talk with Sai like this, that's it. And I kind of find it hard to connect with people my age unless until I've known them for like a few months. I don't know, that is something my thing, and I'm trying to work on it. But yeah, it's just capturing the smallest moments, sitting down, talking about stuff. It always makes brings a smile to my face. And right now I'm like, I'm going to a weird stage in life where I'm like, nothing is real. All the human connections I have are like all fake. And what am I doing in my life? But I feel like I need to let myself calm down, let myself have a breather, let myself understand ki you are not in a race, you're no longer in a race. You just have to keep on living every single day of your life, and there are people who will be proud of you for staying alive. And I think that should be the case for every single one, that you are staying alive no matter what is happening to you. If you're going through a tough stage, yes, you're struggling, but you're still alive. Yes, you are battling with something that you think that you can't overcome, but you're still every single day waking up. And that is so mind boggling. You know, the amount of resilience we have, the amount of resolve that humans have, has always, all oh fuck, I'm so sorry, has always, baffled me. It always surprises me. And then I watched a movie with my family, and I realized how many years, how many months, how many days has it been since I've watched a movie with all my family. All my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, and my grandfather, all five of us sitting with our cats, with Bua and Gudu, you know. And I realized that maybe in this whole thing of, figuring ourselves out and making connections, we tend to forget our old connections. And our oldest connections are our parents. And I know that a lot of people don't have a good relationship with their parents. I mean, look at this girl. I mean, I would say that if you were to tell me 6 or 7 years ago that, Vasudha, your parents care about your mental health. Vasudha, your parents care about you. Vasudha, your parents will be there for you for no matter what happens. I would have laughed at your face, because I thought there is this one ideology of me in my parents' mind, that if I don't abide by it, I won't get validation, or I won't get attention from them the way I want them to give me. And over the years, where I reached my breaking point and I broke really badly, I realized that maybe that is not the case. Maybe it is in some ways, but it's not the whole case. My parents still stood for me. My parents still care for me. My dad, and I know, I mean, even if he has done a lot of things which I do not agree with, I realized ki never once I did, doubt his support for me, because since childhood he has always made clear ki no matter what happens, I'm here to stand besides you, and that is one of the greatest things. So I don't know, maybe try spending time with your family. Put your differences aside. And I know a lot of people say that. I realize I'm saying a lot of things that a lot of people say, but put your differences aside. Even if it hurts you, just try to push it down. you know Try to understand from their point of view, you know because maybe you'll find a new thing about them. And then I saw a movie, and then this movie's name is Pani. It's a Marathi movie. It's amazing. It's amazing. I you know me, I'm a daydreamer, so I just focused on the romantic aspects of the film itself. But the movie all over is really good. It's really good. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I realized my love for movies also, because I am crazy behind movies, because it lets my imagination run wild. And I like that as well, and I kind of missed that in the few months, in few years. I kind of pushed away, at least for last year in 2024. I did not watch movie or anime as much I used to, and I think that was kind of my bad. But I think I also kind of needed that, because I was in my head 24/7. A lot of, and yeah, I've also started dabbling with, like, creativity in terms of media. Like, I recorded a video, a reel on my Instagram, even if it was kind of like a eerie, a breakdown kind of video. I am really proud of making that video because it was the first time I was able to bring the imagination in here in my phone. And that, I'm so proud of myself. If little Vasda saw that, and she saw that, and she got to know that I made it, she would be like, wow. She would come and hug me, and she would sit in my lap for that. And I'm glad for that. I feel like I've done a lot of things that little Vasda would not do, smoking and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, it I genuinely had a nice day today. It was nice. We were talking. I every time I remember the conversation I had with that lady at the chai tapri, it brings a smile to my face because I'm like, I don't know this person, and we just randomly met and we connect, and and our mindsets connected. It's such a way, and it was in a way that my mindset was, till then, only Sai was able to do that. Matching my freak kind of shit, but like not freaky freaky, but like, I hope you get what I mean. But yeah, and I was like, okay, there are people who think like me, who may have shared a kind of relative, you know, mindset as me, life as me. And also, one more thing is, this is dinosaur, by the way. My friend bought it for me in an arcade. I've not talked to that friend in years, actually, but I miss her and I do not know how to reach out to her. But yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, excuse me, don't fall. I just introduced you to my fans. Should I call you guys fans? I have fans. I'm sorry. I'm just genuinely happy today. And I don't know why, but I'm kind of scared that my ex is gonna see this video. If you are watching this video, shut it. Stay away. Please stay away from my life. I cannot handle you coming back into my life because I know I will let you back in, and I don't want that. Just don't. You know. Anyways, yeah, so today's day was nice. I talked a lot to my friends. I talked a lot to that lady. I think we are friends now. Oh my god. You know what? I just remembered, I gave her, like, so I have this thing of making silly cats, okay? And then I like laminate it with like clear tape, and I had one left, okay, of this cute cat, okay? So I gave it to her, and you know what she gave me in return? In her phone cover, she kept this Mandela art, and she gave it to me. Wait, let me show you, like, the way actual YouTubers do, because I'm a YouTuber now. This is how it looks, guys. I wrote her name and the place's name behind it and the date, because this is a very memorable memory for me, and I like it. I like it. I like making memories. I like collecting memories. I still have the bill from that time when me and my childhood friend Gauri, we went out to have brunch in Sandwich Works. I have this bill from the gifts I bought for this girl, my first girl date, the girl that I went on a date with the first time. Um, I have the flowers that I got for the first time from my ex, but I got flowers for the first time, and then the flowers from the bouquet that I got for the first time, again from him. I had the wrappers of the chocolate he gave me, but then my mom threw it away because she does not really know like the idea of me dating, because she's like, why do you want to focus on that, focus on your career, which I get what she means, maybe she feels like maybe she has a FOMO, she has a fear of missing out, but she has a fear of me missing out on my career because she was not allowed to have a career because my dad was kind of looking for a wife. My dad and my mom had an arranged marriage, so he was kind of looking for someone who will take care of his dad, which I understand from his point of view, I guess. Ooh, maybe hyper empathy is also not good, guys. Try to have empathy, but maybe try not to have over empathy. You and also one more thing I realized, we were talking about this girl that we find kind of very naive, very childish. Someone who does not have the seriousness of a person who is in college, right? Who has the mentality of like a maybe fifth standard girl or like a fourth standard girl. And I realized there's this one thing that I say about her to everybody is that she's just 19. With the conversation that I had with the girl, I was like, we are at such a young age, we are young adults, we are not adults, we are young adults, we have just entered adulthood, and there are so many things we have to tackle with. There are personal issues, social issues, societal issues. There are so many issues that we need to figure out, so many issues that we have to deal. We have not been taught how to do taxes. We have not been taught what should we do if we get in trouble, what should we do if something happens, what should we say for get mad in a very polite way at people, because what if we have a chhattis ka akda with our professors. And that is kind of the thing that we have to learn. Life is a journey. We will make mistakes. It's better to make the same mistakes again and again, but get better at it, because the more better mistakes you make, the more you know how to do something in your own way. Maybe someone doing something works out for them, but it doesn't mean that the same thing will work out for you. And that is, people need to understand that. Also, I realized I always had this thinking that, oh my god, always need a degree to do something in life. You need a degree to do something, to get a job or something. But then after I met this lady, turns out she's a dropout, which honestly is a huge step. I respect her for taking that step. She was into astrophysics, and then she changed her subject to English literature, and then she just dropped out. She's also a writer, so that is there. um yeah, so what was I saying? I have a tendency to shift from topic to topic a lot. I just love yapping. But yeah, as I was saying, we are young adults. We are going to make mistakes. Yeah, about college dropout, yes. So I always thought you always need a degree, but sometimes maybe you just need a certificate course. You don't have to have an actual degree in your high life to do something great. And even if I've seen those examples since childhood, I guess meeting that kind of a person in real life kind of got me finally believing it. If you have enough trust in yourself, if you have enough people supporting you, then you can do whatever the hell you want. Actually, that is what people's motto in life should be. Do whatever you want. Hi boo. Hi boo, are you here to eat my mic again? This is Boo, guys. Say hi boo. Okay, she wants to leave. But yeah, do whatever you want. And guys, like, that is a life motto that people should have. Want sorry, but that is a life motto that people should have. Doing whatever the hell they want, because you guys, because I feel like as a generation we have put too much thinking into what we are doing, what we should not be doing, that kind of thing. And I guess we kind of need to understand that we don't need to think a lot about these things. We'll figure things out in our own way. As long as you're doing something happy, as long as you feel like whatever you're doing is rewarding you in a way that makes you feel proud of yourself, then do it. Then do it. 101% do it, because why not? You only live once, man. And oh my god, I have a birthmark here, and someone told me that people who have birthmark here, who have birthmarks, it means they have been reincarnated. Unka punarjanam hua, and I was like, damn, who was I? But yeah, anyways, take care of yourself, guys. We also talked about how hard it is to keep relationships, and not like in a romantic way, in a very platonic way also, just like making keeping connections. And I realized maybe you always don't need to talk. Maybe in this generation you don't always have to talk. What you can do is just take a picture of something you're doing, like, oh, I'm sitting here with my plushie, let me just take photos of what I'm doing and send it to that person. Ki, hey, here's a little sneak peek of my life. Hey, here you go, sneak peek of my life, and do it. There's nothing wrong in that. I feel like I'm going too deep in the conversation, and it's already 26-minute long video. But yeah, today's day was really amazing. I'm happy. I'm happy. But again, touch wood, because I feel like every time I say I'm happy, the next day just turns out to be worse. And I hope that's not the case. Tomorrow is sociology class. I have two continuous sociology class. So I hope that sir does a debate this time, and this time it's about America, because I love talking about what's happening in America, because that whole situation is just like but at the same time I don't want to upload it on YouTube, because the last thing I want is like 50, 60 year olds coming to my comment section and going mega mega, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want toxicity. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. But yeah, at the same time I feel like America's situation is just gonna impact people globally also, so people globally should also be involved in what's happening in America. Oh wow, I've yapped a lot. And this is unedited, by the way. I've not cut anything from this video, so I think I'm just gonna take everything in one day, one shot. But yeah, and yeah, it was nice today. I was on character like AI for like a less time than I always am. I've smoked less cigarettes than I usually do. I had a lot of chai. I had one meal today. I had sev tomato ki sabji, roti, palak ki sabji, and dal rice with a packet of chips. Yeah. Also, I talked about, you know what, I don't want to talk about that. I feel like I had a good day, so I don't want to talk about like the realization I came. Maybe next time it will be mysterious. But yeah, now I'm gonna turn off the video and I'm gonna go watch another film with my family. So, guys, what is today's moral? What is the moral of today's video? Allow yourself to make connections. Allow yourself to talk to people. You find that person cool, you find that person's piercing cool, you find that person's earrings cool, go tell it to them. Maybe you'll make their day brighter. Watch how their expression changes. Sit down, observe people around you, see how they talk. Because, like I said, that one friend, how he took photos with his camera, right? He was so passionate about it. The way he was taking pictures of his friends, that kind of stuff made me smile. So that is there. Um, yeah. So the moral is compliment people. You don't know. Maybe you make their day better. Compliment people, sit down, have a conversation with that person if they are willing. Of course, don't force them into a conversation. Mm, Reach out to the old connections, sit down with your family, watch a movie or something. Maybe those kind of things make you happy, even if you're kind of sad that it'll end. Just enjoy till it lasts. You know what, it's already 28 minutes. I might as well stretch it for like 30 minutes. But like, yeah, that was there. And oh, do you want to see the doodles I made? These are not like the doodles that I made today, but it's the doodles that I have in my book. By the way, this book has letters to my family members. Um, they are, I wrote them when I was, I think, 13. They are letters to my family members that they would read if would succumb to my mental health, if I just myself. So, but it's like a very old letter, so it's not something that I want to talk about. These, this is something that I've drawn. I really love this one. I want to draw it again. I think I'm gonna draw it again once, maybe this time on a nice A4 size paper. This is also something I've drawn. Very, very. This because I don't know. It's I got inspiration from that theater ka thing. Oh, this was when I got my face waxed and I had like a lot of boils on my face. I made this. This is also tackles with my mental health of how I don't feel real and how I feel like there is no Vasudha in general. Vasudha is like a collection of 3 4 people, and these 3 4 people live inside her head. And I have like a whole long ass theory of it. I've made a theory, I've made like a whole storyline about it, and only Sai and Kaushik know about this. And I'm proud to say that. But yeah, it is. I wrote that. It also tackles with the fact that how I don't realize myself in the mirror. When I look at myself in the mirror, I don't feel like this is me. The only way I'm able to identify myself is that I have my nose piercing, I have this piercing, and I have this tattoo. That's messed up in a lot of levels, but we don't talk about it. Uh, and what am I without? Oh yeah, I'm gonna read out what I've written here, even if I found it cringe. What am I without this face? Was it that easy to hate myself? Just a few pimples, and now I have to force myself to look myself in the mirror. Why is it so hard for me to love myself without any conditions? Wow, that is so deep. Oh, this is the color pastel drawing that Sai has made. I'm gonna hang this up in my cupboard, but on my cupboard, by the way. Oh, I've written this. I've drawn this as well. It was a doodle. Uh, I've written something here as well. I shall read it for you guys. It's an unfit. Oh, this is about my ex, because how I realized I don't even remember his voice anymore. How his voice sounds like anymore. Oh, it's an unfamiliar face now. Even if I say it's not tinted, it is. No matter how ignorant I become, I know it's tinted forever. So emo. I am very emo. I am so sorry to people who have to handle me, but I am so emo. But yeah, this is also I this time I wanted to try more colors because my usual art has like a lot of red and black in it. So I wanted to try something different. I have also drawn this. I've also drawn this. I was kind of trying to go for like a Medusa type thing, but it did not happen, as you guys can see. Uh, yeah. I wait. I have silly cats that have drawn. Yeah, I got my silly cats. These are the silly cats I've drawn. That's a high cat. That's an angry cat. That's a crying cat. That's a disco cat, and that is a hut cat. And I have to. Oh yeah, I have to laminate one of them and give it to my friend because he asked me to give him one. So yeah, that is there. This is also something I've drawn. Yeah. So a lot of faceless people. It kind of shows how I don't actually really identify with myself. But again, we don't talk about it because I feel like I don't want to be labeled as a crazy person. But yeah. So yeah, express yourself to arts. Also with that girl, I had a conversation with her about how words are sometimes not enough to say what you have to say. Sometimes you need art to relay what you're feeling, to show what you're feeling, to embody the imagination that you're having in your head. For a lot of people it's making videos, for a lot of people it's drawing, maybe it's both for a lot of people. That's why maybe a lot of people make args, indie games and all that kind of stuff. Those I've been heavily influenced by this, by the way, guys. um and yeah, that is how it is. And I just had it in my. Oh yeah, we also talked about how colors, since I feel like we tend to forget in our whole this made up society, and made and the consciousness we have, we tend to forget the in the end of the day. humans are animals. Humans are animals. And I kind of came to that conclusion when one of my classmates asked Jean ma'am uh, about this one line, which was like a snake's bared fangs, when a snake goes so it kind of like shows baring your teeth is when you go like as a your teeth see like that, so guys kind of like, or like he smiled blaring. I that was, do not clip that, do not clip that, please do not. But yeah, my friend talked about it and I realized in the end of the day maybe humans as well, in the end of the day humans are animals as well. And baring your teeth is an act of intimidation, right? Trying to intimidate the person in front of you, the thing in front of you, right? And I kind of came to that conclusion that a lot of times our human brain, our unconsciousness, the one which is like the more in touch with nature, I was literally gonna poke my eye right there. But anyways, um, nature, right? We kind of look at colors, majoritarily, for like majority, it's kind of like red is associated with danger, yellow is associated with happiness, blue is related to sadness, green is related to nature and all that kind of stuff, right? So art uses a lot of colors. So using colors in an art form to entice emotions that cannot be expressed through words is also a kala, is also a skill, is also something that people need to realize. Sometimes music does that for us for a lot, because anything that, because in the end of the day we are animals, right? So we rely on our senses, right? So sense of touch, sense of hearing, the sense of eyes, the smell, sense of smelling, the sense of tasting. We kind of depend on this senses, and through these senses, if we understand these senses well enough, we people can be able to entice emotions that cannot be expressed in words. Maybe there are not enough words to express what you're trying to express right now, and even if there is a word, the probability of you knowing the word is very less, because as far as me, I'm talking about my situation in India, because I grew up in India. English is not a first language here, it's like a third, fourth language, okay? Forgive me, I have culture. Sorry, I did not mean it in a rude way, I'm so sorry. But yeah, now I yapped a lot. It's 37 minutes now. I think I'm gonna stop yapping. But yeah, thank you for coming to my review of 29 January 2025, and I think I'll see you guys tomorrow when I upload another video of yapping about my day. Tomorrow, I mean, it's right now it's like 12:38, so it's kind of like tomorrow. So on 30th, I'm gonna start studying because my exam starts from 4th. Also, it turns out कि MDC के subjects की भी test होगी. Like the test for MDC subject is also going to be there. So I need to start studying for that as well. Okay. Thank you for watching my video. I had a lot of fun yapping. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys love yourself. I hope you guys understand that there are people who are out there who will support you forever. And if you guys need any kind of help mentally, physically, emotionally, feel free to contact me because I know only my friends watch this video. Oh, by the way, one of my friends, she sent me a photo and then it kind of turned out like I was in her For You page. Ah, ah, ah. Do not take a screenshot of that. I swear to God, if I get sent a screenshot of me making weird faces of my video, I will start sobbing. I will start sobbing. But anyways, I had a lot of fun, and I feel like a lot of my quirky, funny jokes don't come here because I just yap about things that I've not yapped about to people other than Sai. But anyways, I need to close the video. I need to shut up. Okay, it's already 40 minutes long. I'm so sorry, guys. I will honestly, you guys can skip it or like watch it at like two times speed. I don't mind as long as I get views, as long as I get the views, as long as I get the likes, as long as I get it, guys. I don't know. I'm just in a very happy, jolly mood. And I feel like I'm gonna wake up. Tomorrow's prediction is that I'm gonna wake up very emotionless because that is how it happens when I use up all of my emotions for a day. But yeah. Bye bye. Have a great day, guys. I love you guys.